Cheryl Kogan has a question. Often, she says, when I see Ephraim mentioned, it looks to me like God is referring to all of Israel. Have I misunderstood something? Why does he use this tribe? My reading today was Jeremiah 31:6, 18, and 20. Let's look briefly at that passage, 31:6. I can tell you off the top of my head that, yeah, Ephraim is sometimes used to refer to a larger group than just the tribe of Ephraim, right? That's definitely the case. So let's just read some of this, though. It would help to get a map and look at where the tribes were. But let's just read some of the verses you mentioned. There shall be a day when watchmen will call in the hill country of Ephraim. Okay, well, that's talking about an area, the hill country of Ephraim. It's not just a tribe, but the place they are. Arise and let us go up to Zion as the Lord our God, to the Lord our God. You also had verse 18 and 20. Here we have, I have heard Ephraim grieving. You've disciplined me, and I was disciplined like an untrained calf. Bring me back that I may be restored. For you are the Lord my God. For after I had turned away, I relented, and after I was instructed, I struck my thigh. I was ashamed, and I was confounded, because I bore the disgrace of my youth. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he my darling child? For as often as I speak against him, I do remember him still. Now, this is probably a good example for your question here, because Israel is called God's son. Ephraim, is it Ephraim being used to talk about all of Israel here? Like Israel's just being called Ephraim? I don't know. It's obviously a poetic type passage. Ephraim is his son in the sense that Israel is his son. I don't know. I guess. I haven't worked through this one. I don't want to just throw something out so I can look like I have an answer to your question, Cheryl. So Ephraim is definitely used as a region, clearly used as a region. And obviously there could be people there that aren't necessarily from Ephraim. Ephraim seems to also be used as one of in other passages that we didn't bring up, as a collective term for not all of Israel, perhaps. In some places, definitely a large portion of Israel. Just like Judah often represents just a massive group of people. And eventually we're just calling them Jews, right? So that seems to represent all of them at some point as well. I think Ephraim still always has its identity, but there may be some times where it stands representative of a larger portion, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, sorry I can't be of more help to you, Cheryl. I like the kind of study you're doing. You're being smart about how you read the Bible, and you're going, how is this word being used in context? And that's a great way to study the Bible. You're fully engaged.